welcome to the ISRC podcast. Today we are talking about placement.
Yeah. Where did you do your placement?
I did mine in Proofpoint in Belfast.
In Belfast. Did you live there?
Yeah.
I did mine in Liberty IT in Belfast. Yeah, I lived at home that year.
But that's handy, you're like close enough to Belfast.
Yeah, it was 20 minutes, but like an hour to get there in the morning because all the traffic.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I was like 10 minutes on the bus.
Well, that was so handy.
I know. So the application process, we kind of came straight into second year and it was just placement straight away.
Everything was talking about placement, get placement immediately. Like it was obviously
really scary.
And it was really weird because like you've never applied to a job before of that kind of level.
No.
Like it's always like, oh, part-time, like super value or
Can we plug super value?
Yeah.
Real food, real people.
Really. Yeah, no, I'd never had a job like that before. I worked in a fruit and veg shop before.
You work in the weirdest places.
Yeah, and then a golf shop, but I never worked in like an actual job. And like a 9 to 5 office kind of job.
Yeah. But most people haven't, like at the stage we're at.
Yeah, so you're kind of like, you've no experience prior to that, unless you like, your mum or dad are like working that kind of thing, you know. It's like all about people who you know, not what you know sometimes.
There was a professional development module at the start of second year, so that was kind of building your CV and like soft skills and hard skills.
Yeah, well, even as a hard skill.
Like your actual technical
okay,
things, and then soft skills is like communication.
Yeah.
Sure. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, so we had a professional development module. We had to like submit videos of us kind of like practicing interview questions.
I forgot about that.
Talking about, you remember we had to talk about ourselves. I remember the deadline. I was like
the elevator pitch.
The elevator pitch. I remember the person beside me kept making so much noise. I had to like shut up and like let me record mine.
That was so awkward.
Yeah, but I feel like it made you like get and talking about yourself because everyone hates to like talk about, you know, like what am I good at.
Yeah, but it was just so...
Yeah, you have to gas yourself up for it.
And then we did the CV.
The CV 360 tool as well. Then we had to make a LinkedIn page.
Oh,
that was my favourite. I loved
that. Changed your life forever.
LinkedIn Final Boss. Like, I did something about LinkedIn and posting like an update. Or like seeing how many followers people have on LinkedIn really just like touches like my heart. Like,
I'm putting Lauren's LinkedIn here.
Yeah, tag it. Like, see, when I see 500 plus connections, I'm like,
do you have 500 plus?
I'll find out how many I have exactly. 500. Let me see.
I nearly have enough. I mean, as much LinkedIn followers as Instagram.
Good.
I have like no Instagram followers, so it's not really impressive.
I have 1,251 connections.
1,000.
Yeah.
Do you just like click?
No, I know 1,000. I have so many networks.
You genuinely know all those people?
No, I do know a good few.
Because sometimes I get like somebody that's Lauren is just the only connection of.
Yeah, and then we had our career fair.
Career fair, was that in the start of second year?
Yeah, it was in the start of second year. It's happening soon, so it's happening next Monday, so
yeah.
It was around a year ago then, today.
That was actually really good to go to, because then you properly got to ask questions.
Yeah, and like meet people and like not be afraid, because like it's not an advert, it's like you're actually saying like the employers.
They all give you tips too.
Yeah.
On the application, so go to that.
And then I think another thing was really helpful. Remember in Halloween we had the Halloween project kind of week.
I really liked that.
Yeah.
It was a design project, so you didn't actually have to implement anything.
No, you had just to create an idea, and then we were mixed with the engineering students. I don't know if they're doing it again this year.
Hopefully, I thought that was a good one.
Yeah.
There.
And then you would like, I felt really cool because they're all engineering, and I'm like, I code, and then I'm just like, shut you. Just gotta. But yeah, then that was good. And then I remember having my interview that week for Liberty IT, which is where I did my placement.
That was quite early.
Yeah, I remember it happened. I just remember like so much happened that week, and then it was my interview, and I was like, just trying to get past that week.
I think mine was late November.
Yeah. How many applications did you do?
I don't, like, at least 30.
30?
I would say so. And then I probably did, like, maybe 5 or 6 interviews.
5 or 6.
And then for 3 of them, I had to go up to Belfast.
Up to Belfast?
So I was just going up and down. It was really, really annoying.
Was that for the initial interview, or was that for, like, another thing?
No, that would be, like, for the initial interview. And then out of the 3 interviews I did, I got 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I wasn't going to get any placement because I kept getting rejected and everyone
Yeah.
around me was like settled. And then on the same day, I got offered the 2 jobs.
Oh.
So then I took Proofpoint,
What was your other one you got offered?
Patelia, but they're a startup. So I wanted kind of a more established place so that it had like a little work system and I could actually kind of.
And you weren't just like in the.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like if you're working for startup, you're more independent, and I was not ready to be
Yeah.
that at all.
No fair.
It was actually in the same business park in Belfast. I
Oh,
would pass Patelia. And
maybe
then
you could
I
help
would-
them just like, pop in.
It's like 2 minutes away. So, how did your interview work?
Mine worked, so I did not know what Liberty IT was, and then one of my lecturers hosted a Liberty IT like day where they came in and they talked to some students. So there was a group of us who went, and it was kind of like fun getting to know what they were like, and like they were really nice people. And then they only asked, they didn't even ask for a CV.
What?
No, we just had to fill in information like about ourselves, and then if that was like successful, which was my case, you got an interview. The interview was online, and it kind of asked like a mixture between questions like about yourself and then group work. Like, so yeah, I kind of remember I looked up in ChatGPT how do I do this like effectively, and I was like the one talking the most. So I think that helped.
Did you do a coding interview?
I did a code interview after in person.
So you
Yeah.
already had the job. Did you have the job?
No. So I had the first interview, which was like just talking about myself, and then maybe like a random that like draw like something about cloud computing. I don't know. I actually drew a cloud. That's all I remember.
Wait, did you not have to code?
Oh no, the next interview I coded.
Wait, how many interviews?
I had 2.
Oh yeah, okay.
The next interview was in Belfast, and you had to get in like groups, and you had to code something about like a train. And
Group coding.
yeah, it was more like you sat at a table, you did your own coding, but if you asked them, I just remember like asking people, I'm like, oh, can someone help me with this? Like,
That
they
sounds so
want to
much
like
nicer.
hire you. And then yeah, I got the job. But no, I was applying to like, I didn't apply to that many places, maybe like 5 or 6, and then I got like 2 maybe 3. I cannot remember, but I remember one of the biggest things was like I did not know how to like do my CV right.
Because you feel like you don't really have any tech
You've nothing
experience.
to fill it with unless your modules you do at uni, like maybe if you do some extra coding projects on the side, which I didn't do any at the time.
No, neither did I.
But then I had, you know, those you can get like CV courses at uni, and you can like schedule interviews for them. So I scheduled an interview with I don't know what her name is, and then she like was telling me about CVs and how you're meant to like make them look. I was just wrong over this. Yeah, so you're not like meant to like have many like margins. You're meant to have it like all flowing down, because if they have like so many information in different styles across the page, you don't get a job apparently. Well, you might, but
I didn't even know that. Probably not. Didn't.
yeah. What was your interview process like?
For the job I didn't get, I was like taken into 2 different rooms. So the first one was the like soft skills, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the next one was a coding interview. So they put this computer up and then they cast it on a TV.
Mhm.
And then they made me explain everything as I was doing it, which I couldn't do. I hadn't done that before. It was every single line you said. You'd say, I did this because I'm doing that. And then I kept just coding and I would forget to speak and they'd be like, can you explain?
Do you
Can
ever like
explain?"
think when you're coding, you can't justify why you're doing it? It's just like you're
No,
just
like,
doing
"This
it.
is- I'm just doing it. Give me a minute.
Yeah.
I wish they'd let you do it, like, write it and then explain after.
Yeah.
Because some of the lines were just like, I'm just defining a variable here. Why
Yeah.
do I need to explain that? And then after I did it, they were like, why'd you do that on line 27? That's wrong. Can you tell me why that's wrong?
But I feel
And
like
I
they
was
like when you do it when it's wrong too. They like when you're wrong.
They did, but I was just like, and I didn't get that job.
Oh.
But they said my code interview was great. My soft skills wasn't. And that was like shocking to me. Not that I'm like,
She's been coding since she was 13.
no, but like, I don't know. It's not like I'm unreal at either, but I kind of thought, like,
You'd
I
be
don't
better
know.
at the soft skill than the
I
hard
had
skill.
more to say there.
Because
I
you have
didn't
what
as much to
20,
do.
you had 20 years of soft skills and what a few
Yeah,
years of like
like
hard.
I don't know. I was like, that's kind of cheeky. You don't like my personality, but I was alright at coding. Kind of hateful, but
And I think it's so bad
whatever.
because it always depends on the day of the interview, like how you're feeling.
I was
Because like
so nervous.
your entire like that entire year is based in like one interview, and like it might go bad because it's like your first time for interviews.
I got up at 6 to go to Belfast, so I was just so tired.
Yeah, because you're spending that entire time like thinking about like, oh, this might go so bad, and then like,
Yeah.
but I was just thinking my favorite part of the career fair is, remember you got all the freebies.
I still have them.
I remember I got
I've
like
got
a
a wee
toy
bag of them under my bed.
yeah, I got a toy dog from Payrock.
I love that.
I still have it.
My dog has that.
I give it to
It's
my
his wee
dog.
Teddy.
Yeah. Aw.
Proof point interview though was the coding interview was online, sent out to you. You made like a GitHub
Mhm.
repository, and then did the code and sent it to them, and then they corrected it, and then based off of that you got the interview, which I preferred a lot more because you had time to do it instead of being like stared at.
Yeah, because I think, you know, when you're in work as well, you're not being gonna like told to do that under pressure. You'll be given it and taken away. So why can't they do the you know, the same?
Yeah. Like, to be fair, the coding was harder with that one, so you did need more time. They wanted you to write like a test suite and everything. Like, it was a full whatever. But then it was just the Fibonacci sequence, like, for the other one.
Fibonacci. What even is a Fibonacci sequence?
What is it again? Like, the two numbers, the next number in the sequence is the product of the two numbers previous.
I hate the word Fibonacci. Like,
it makes me feel Italian.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it makes me feel like I'm eating pasta, like Fibonacci pasta, please. Soft skills. I feel like they're really important, but what is a soft skill?
That's the thing. It's kind of vague. It's kind of how you engage with other people.
Yeah. I think one of the main piece of advice for placement is that it's not all about the coding. It's not all about like your work you're doing. It's about things you're doing outside of like being in uni. It's like, what are you doing? What kind of person are you? How do you interact with other people? Because you have to work in teams. You have to like be approachable. You have to like talk to people, even if you're working from home. Do you know what I mean? You still have to talk to people every day, like even if the camera is off. But yeah, no, I think
like everybody works differently. Everybody's brain works differently, and that's why developing software is so good in a team, because you've got so many different perspectives, so many people think in different ways. If you can't communicate properly with them, you're not getting other people's ideas.
Yeah.
You're shutting them up.
Yeah.
You're making everything about yourself, and now you've got a hostile environment, and nothing's going to get done in that. So it's like, it is the main part of software development, I think.
Yeah, I think it's more important to be better at soft skills than hard skills sometimes.
I definitely think so. Like, AI can replace the coding, but you can't engage people the same way that somebody who can like rally up people is gonna do a lot better than somebody who's just
coding
thinks that everything they do is right because they're a good programmer. Like, nobody wants to be around that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think like passing the test of like your coding challenges is really important at the same time. Like, not to like diminish hard skills, but if you're like only focusing on that, then there might be an issue because you want to show them like you've got a personality. I think if you're showing them you're just like, I do the work, I get it done, but like they want to know, they want to have an employable person who they can help like in their career. They want to like, you're the person they're hiring, not like, you know, you can learn these skills, but I feel like soft skills you have to have yourself, and they like,
but you can learn soft skills too. And I think a lot of people think, oh, I'm not like a sociable person, or they see outgoing people and they're like, I'm not like that, then I'm just going to focus on the technical side and neglect that. And then they compare themselves to people that are like louder, or and they're like, well, I'm not like that kind of person, I'm just going to focus on this. But you can learn these things. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room. It's better if you're not. You just need to be able to listen to people. Even if you can't talk, listening is even more important. I don't know. You're not the only person on the team. You might be able to get the most optimal solution if you're a good programmer, but you're not going to get the most creative one because you've got one mind working on the one project. So, how did you enjoy your placement?
I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. It was a really good year. No, it was really good. I really get like the experience of like what it's like to be a software engineer, and kind of like the different, you know, when you think of software engineer or computer science and going into a job, you only think there's one role, which is sitting down at a desk and coding all day. Which is not, like, I think you can really find your path, like, you know, what's for you and what's not for you, what do you like. So I think that really like helped me discover that I do not want to be coding all my life. That I'd rather like manage people, or like, you know, be that bridge between people and like the code, if that makes sense.
You'd be a wee chatterbox anyway.
I just chat all day long. Like,
would you like to do project management?
I would love to do project management. Like, I just feel like it's something
I'd say you'd be good at it.
Okay.
Did you get a chance to try it out when you
I
were placement?
did. Did a few like day in the life of project manager. Like,
That's kind of fun.
yeah, we also recorded a video that day while doing it. But yeah, no, that was really good because like you're going between like different, like teams, and you can just like see where's necessary to like help. And I really enjoyed that. And then you're just managing people, which I really liked. But how
Yeah.
was your placement? How was Proof Point?
Um, it was. I loved it. I loved it so much. I miss it a lot. I miss all the people there.
Oh,
Everyone was so sweet.
is Proof Point like a lot of how many people were in your company?
I'm actually not sure how many people. Like the first floor was like kind of the business people,
Yeah.
and then second floor was IT, third floor was software engineer.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So I only ever saw people on my floor. There's probably like DevOps was on that side. Never saw them. They were like
Or
their
them.
head down, headphones on. They're very full on. But
They had work to do.
yeah, I was like on a team that did like front end development, so
Oh.
it was more sociable.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Front
I would
end
just
more
come in.
sociable.
I would just chat all morning. I'd code.
How did your day run? How was it like? Did you have morning meetings or?
We would do 3 stand-ups a week.
Mm-hmm.
So Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays.
Yeah.
Were stand-ups, and then I would come in. I would code in the morning. Break, code, lunch, code, home. Like it wasn't really. The week was structured, but not the days. It was just kind of whatever you need to get done.
Mm-hmm.
It depended how busy it was too.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
you
I'm not describing it great.
no.
I did a month cycle as a project manager in January.
And what did you think about that? Would you be a project man? Would you like to
I didn't
manage a
like
project?
it.
You didn't.
I didn't mind it. It's just I don't know. I like the data visualization. I like the Power BI. I like doing all the
Yeah.
wee cute stuff, and I liked actually looking at the data. But engineers work so different from project managers, and you're
Mhm.
trying to get dates off them, and then you go into a meeting, and the meeting's supposed to be 10 minutes, where it's like, give me the date you're gonna have this done. And then the engineers start going, this happened here, and this happened, this server went down. And then you're like, no, I didn't,
Yeah.
I didn't ask that. And then at the end of it, they can't even give you a date.
Oh,
So I
fair.
did not like that as much. I think I got decent at it, though, getting them back on track.
There you go. I think project
new
management
skill.
could be in your future career path.
No,
If you're careful.
I'll leave it up to you.
No,
I don't want to do it.
My day started off. I would wake up, I would go to my desk, put it beside my bed because I work from home. I only had to go in the office one day, right? 4 days a month or one day a
What?
week. Yeah, I was like so always like working from home or like just in the office. But I normally wake up. I'd start at 9, and then I basically have half like an hour to cram everything that I was meant to do the day before because I was procrastinating and said that'll be tomorrow's job. To
Yeah.
then talk about we had like a what's it called, like a developers like huddle in Slack in the morning. So I basically cram everything. We like chat, help me, don't understand what I did yesterday, make sure I did something cool, and then we literally just gossip in the morning for half an hour
Yeah.
or an hour, and then I had the entire day to about 2 o'clock to do all my work. So we'd like pick up tickets like on a board.
We had that too.
Yeah, and you just assign it to
Jira?
your Jira board. Yeah, we just like assigned it to yourself, and then complete that. Move it along the board if you complete any more, do tests.
I really like that.
I really like that.
I might start using that for my project this year.
I might
actually.
need it to help me stay focused. It was really handy to see your track your progress.
It is a cool wee thing.
Yeah, and then after at 2, we'd have like a meeting with like your project manager and like your like just people who were in America. We'd like come on because they would, it's like the morning, and then it'd be like afternoon for us, and then just meetings throughout the day if there was some. But I loved like being busy with meetings more than doing the work. I was like, oh, I'll sign up to this because it'll get me out of doing coding.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for second years looking at placement?
Make sure your CV is tailored to the job role, because I think people will like just make a general CV, but have a CV for not every individual job, but if it's specific, kind of like update your CV to each one and maybe include a cover letter and just show like you're passionate in both like hard skills and soft skills, and then you're not just like a computer. You've got the ability to, talk and sway and do whatever.
Do you have any advice for when they actually get placement then?
Best piece of advice. Just like like meet people. Don't be, well, it's probably really hard not to like feel out of place and out like your, what's that word?
Imposter syndrome.
Imposter syndrome. Like you'll feel it, but like I think you're meant to feel it because this is like you're going in to be an intern. It's like a job. It's like
You are out of your depth.
you're literally, yeah, and like you earn money for working, so treat yourself. So I certainly did. I bought some bags.
Main advice: just buy everything.
Buy everything you want because you'll have money. But yeah, what is your like one piece of advice for any like overall?
You're allowed to say I don't know.
Yeah. That's your thing.
I think whenever I started, I was like, I don't know. I felt like they picked me by accident, so I was trying to prove that I belonged there, and it was like I don't actually know anything. And then I would tell them that, and they were all so lovely.
Yeah.
Most people want to help you, like they know your students, and they like
When you don't know.
they like showing you new things. Well, I kind of got lucky, I suppose. Everyone on my team was like a great teacher, but they kind of liked for themselves. One of the boys said that it helped him work out his own code whenever he's explaining it to other people. So
It's so cool.
it is kind of, you feel like a little parasite, but it is mutually beneficial.
Yeah. You're there for a reason, like not to know everything, to learn things.
No, don't be that person pretending to know, because they know when you're lying.
I did for like ages, so they knew exactly.
I loved like what the main like man that kind of helped me on placement. He could tell whenever I was pretending I knew something, and he'd be like, "Explain what you mean by that," and then I would just be like, I don't even know."
Yeah.
So just say you don't know.
I didn't know what a semicolon was. I forgot what a semicolon was in my first meeting when they were telling me to find the GitHub repository.
Yeah.
So I turned off my Wi-Fi. Because I was sharing my screen and they're like, colon, semicolon, they kept repeating it. And this guy was like, semicolon, I was like, Wi-Fi off. And they saw me turn my Wi-Fi off too because I was sharing my screen. I was like, oh, Wi-Fi went down there.
So don't do that.
You could. It actually works.
Don't do that.
Good luck getting placement. You'll do it. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.